this video, we're going to talk about the double move post corner from spread formations. Madden is traditionally a compression based game. Players love to flock to formations like bunch, strong, tight. But I think spread formations are very, very good in that a lot of players don't practice against them or understand the route combos that can beat basic coverage shells for one play touchdowns. And I would argue that Madden 24, more than any other Madden that I can recall, is a cover 3 sky till you die type of game. Even the advanced players that are running A-gap blitz metas out of dollar are still running a basic cover 3 shell on the backside. So I want to share with you guys the post corner route. Now, what we're going to do first is show you guys how this route works as a route that you actually want to throw. So when you call a spread formation like a 2x2, meaning 2 receivers to the left and right of the quarterback, you will want a double move post corner route on the far outside wide side of the field. To do this, you'll want a route apprentice or a hot route master. Now, the cool thing about this is a slot receiver on a streak or a fade gets into the outside third on the wide side of the field, which allows us to step into this throw and deliver a throw that a zone KO cannot get to. Anybody who plays cover 3 or even cover 4 defenses is not going to be able to guard this at all. You'll actually notice there's a small nuance. If you actually want to smart route your post corner, it will run just a little bit deeper. 1 yard could be the difference between a guy jumping up if they're 6'2" versus a player not jumping up from underneath this to intercept it. So this is going to give you a nice little window to throw this ball. You can pass lead this into this little pocket, and this is going to serve as a nice intermediate route that is always open on the sideline. It's one of my favorite throws in the game. It kind of mimics a smart out route, if you will. See, a lot of times players like to throw smart out routes. You can throw these on the sidelines, but these are a little bit safer. You don't have to risk throwing a high ball out of bounds like you see right here. Obviously, if you're dealing with press on your fade, you can always create a trip style formation, which does a pretty good job of getting a free release to the inside most guy. He won't get jammed off the ball, which will then allow you to kind of throw this route more routinely on time. You don't have to worry about, you know, a KO being lower because that slot receiver got pressed. Okay, so this is in its own right a great route that you can throw, but it's also even better if you guys use it as a pull down route, meaning that you're not intending to throw it, you're intending to make a zone kind of bite down on it. Before I show you guys how to bomb this cover 3 for a 1-play score, make sure you guys are subscribed right here to the Zan Madden YouTube channel. I'm dropping content long form every single morning, keep you on top of the meta or the most effective tactics available in Madden, meaning the stuff that players online run most, how to beat it so your game is more enjoyable. If you guys want more, make sure you guys head over to gridirongameplans.gg, my strategy website. The link is in the description. 250 vault tips plus 11 offensive and defensive game plans. Go check it out. $9.95 a month, and we have a community Discord, so definitely make sure you guys are taking advantage of that. Now let's show you guys how to beat this for a 1-play score, because I think that this is obviously what most of you guys are here for. This route, this post corner route, is really, really good, again, in a 2x2 formation to the wide sideline. You don't want to run this to the short side. You want that route on the wide side of the field. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to set up basically a route combination that I call double post, but it's the Maddenized version of it. Double post is essentially where you have a receiver on the outside running a deep, skinny post, and then you have a slot receiver that's also running a deep crossing route or post of their own, but it's at a lower depth. The intention of this is for Tyreek Hill to run the post into a cover 3, which makes the middle third bite back deep, giving a throw underneath to the shorter of the 2 crossing routes. So when we do this, that's going to free up Tony G, and we're using the post corner on the far wide side of the field to pull down the outside third. This is going to open up a very generous size of the field for us to deliver an easy crossing route for a 1-play score. So you see right here, I've got this rat catch that I could throw, and this ends up being the easiest in stride 1-play touchdown that you can run. And the really cool thing about this as well is that if your opponent has zone drops on, you're not getting chuck animations at all. You guys can really ad-lib with your slot receiver on the wide side of the field as well as your running back. Sometimes you could go ahead and send the slot receiver into the flat as a, you know, just a check down route in the event that they're running crazy zone drops. And then maybe put your running back on a ghost route to kind of open up that short inside flat area. If you want to, you could always run kind of like a mesh combo where the running back runs over the middle to the outside, and then the wide receiver runs over the middle on a drag. The 3 routes that beat the coverage are non-negotiable, so you're still leaving the post corner, the crosser, and the skinny post. So you see right here, we're going to use B to pull for A, then we're going to throw the crossing route to A, Pretty easy stuff here. We're able to get this completion. You also see the KOs a little bit late, so if you get hit on this, this is actually a quite safe throw. If they're running zone drops, you're going to be just fine. Don't worry about it. No chucky animations. You're not going to have to deal with getting pressed a little bit here. But again, you see just how easily we could throw this. It's basically a 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock pass lead, and this is going to get you a one-play score against a cover 3. So you imagine there's a lot of players that run 4-man rush cover 3. There's a lot of players that run dollar, where they'll do the A-gap blitz, which is very easy to pick up. If you didn't see our short the other day, I showed you how to pick up every single A-gap in the game. You'll use your blitz pickup formula to do that quite easily. Now, this is what we call universal conceptual. If you guys want to know the playbook I'm in, I'm actually in Kansas City, like I am in 90% of the offensive content I do here on the channel. So basically with this, as long as you have a spread formation, you'll be in a good spot to run this. Of course, pay attention to your spacing. I think spread 2x2 is the best. Trips formations start to get a little wonky when you try to use motion. The key with this is going to be to make sure that you have a slot receiver that is kind of lined up on the numbers on the short side of the field. So if I were to move this to the other side of the field, we would be working the route combo the opposite direction. So you see Randy Moss on the crosser, B on the double move. You would still have X on the skinny post, and then do whatever you want with the running back on this particular call. So again, you see right here, now we're working the route combo the other direction. The one thing I will say with this is that you might run into situations where outside thirds on the right side of the field can kind of play this a little bit better. I have had more luck with this on the right hash throwing to the far left. Madden is weird like that sometimes in the ways that middle thirds and outside thirds play. Sometimes a bomb formula only works one direction. Some of them are very flippable, but this one to me is probably most consistent 2x2, throwing it to the far left side of the field against a cover 3. You can steal one-play touchdowns like this routinely in this game. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure again you guys give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and please drop a comment below. It helps push this video out in the YouTube algorithm. I want to see what you guys think about the content. If you have requests for future content, let me know below. I'll take some of the best selections, and you never know, you might see yourself as the topic of a future video. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.